Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mercy Kill. This is episode 54, Zelda 2 and 3, with TGH_SR. Before we get started here, a few announcements on behalf of GDQ. AGDQ 2023 online will be January 8th through the 15th. Game submissions are open until tonight. That is the 21st night of September 21st. And event volunteer applications are open until Saturday, September 24th. Head over to GamesDoneQuick.com for more information. I blame Richard for that reference, by the way. We had a whole ton of fun with that in the pre-show. With that being said, Teach, how are you doing? It's wonderful to see you.
Yo, I'm doing okay. Thanks for having me on. Thank you so much. I actually really like the premise of the show. I was just talking to Sky a little bit. I like the premise of this this show just kind of bringing out like the sort of casual aspect of running, which is just like, you know, like maybe all year you're looking forward to marathons where runners like will put forward like, you know, hours and hours of preparations worth of time to like give you a showcase. And now we just kind of throw that all out the window and I'm ready to make a fool out of myself.
I think you're going to be awesome. So speaking of which, so we have Zelda 2 and 3. By the way, for folks who don't know, Zelda 3 is a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I've just grown accustomed to calling it Zelda 3, especially as of late. So I remember seeing you run these games back in the day. So what began your journey on these games, and then what kind of made you drift away from them for a little while?
Well, I've always been a huge Zelda fan, so I guess, and when I started speedrunning, I guess it was only inevitable that I started speedrunning Zelda eventually. In fact, I think the first Zelda speedrun that I did was Link's Awakening DX as a 12-hour challenge, actually, back in, like, I think January of 2016, I think it was. That was the first Zelda game I learned. And yeah, lately I have been, like, and sorry, I actually didn't finish that point. Yeah, like, I've been speedrunning, like, pretty much all the 2D Zeldas since then. That was kind of a gateway game for me. But yeah, lately, I don't know, I've been kind of burned out from speedrunning in general. So basically, this is the perfect time for me to come on and do Mercy Kill. So yeah, especially I haven't speedrun this game in like 6 to 7 months or so. But yeah, you know, every now and again you get burnt out a little bit on speedrunning. Got to take a break. Sometimes it's got to be a bit of an extended break. So
has it really been since 2016 that you did Link's Awakening? Because I remember, oh my, what is time? Oh my goodness,
it flies.
I remember watching that.
It flies, especially nowadays.
Yeah,
it flies.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Zelda 2 and Zelda 3 here. Do you have any safety strats? Like, is there any kind of backup strats you have in mind, or are you just gonna kind of wing it and go for it here?
So not exactly. I have like, you know, I have certain areas where I plan on playing it safer. Like there are some safety strats I can do, especially late game, that make things a little safer. The safest thing that I'm doing this run though is I'm getting rid of the 1cc requirement for this category. So ordinarily, Zelda 2 100% all keys has a 1cc requirement or 1 credit clear, which basically means play the game without dying or without gaming over. Thankfully without dying. But we're not having that requirement today because I don't know, I'm probably going to game over a couple times. So we'll see. I don't know. No promises.
Well, I believe in you, and I cannot wait to see this. So both of these estimates are the same. We don't get to see that too often. This is going to be a 130 estimate for both games, and coming up first is Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, 100% all keys. We're going to leave that CC part out of it because this is Mercy Kill. We're allowed to have.
Yeah, don't tell them about the 1cc part. Don't tell them about that.
It's not part of the category, so you're not responsible for it. Are you ready to go?
I'm as ready as I'm going to get. So.
All right, on your count.
All right. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Right, have fun.
Thank you. I will. I definitely will have fun. I hope you have fun as well. So I think, needless to say, I have not practiced commentary for this game in a very long time. In fact, I don't think I've ever done my own commentary for this game. I've only commentated for my good friend Ice Blue. But yeah, so the first thing we do is we go into this dark cave and we grab this magic potion. Maybe, hopefully get a pea bag there. No, okay, so that's fine. So we're gonna do a safety strat here, which I actually do have a safety strat for the beginning here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up in this direction, and we're gonna do early trophy cave, which gets me a little bit of XP, a little bit of extra XP to a little bit of safety here. There we go. Experience is very very important in this game. Like, experience is actually like paramount. So okay, so we're gonna make our way towards Palace 1 now. I don't know how feasible it's gonna be for a lot of different parts of this run for me to actually do commentary. Just because I'm gonna be struggling to play in the first place. So this game does get very hard as it goes.
That's what I'm here for as well.
Yeah, thank you. The speedrun is really fun, but having not done it in a while, I don't know. It might go very wrongly later. A little bit of a hesitation there, on purpose, but yeah, basically. So like overworld spawns, the way they work is they can be kind of like predictable. So for instance, yeah, there we go, nice. So what I did there was I actually just skipped an encounter by stepping on a force encounter tile on the same at the same time as I hit a mob encounter. Whoa, whoops. All right, combat is coming. It'll come back eventually, I think.
Yeah, with all this being said too, if you ever do need like absolute serious time, please let me know and I'll be sure that we give all the serious time you need during parts of this, because I know this gets intense.
There might be moments, yeah. There might be moments. But so far, so good. Actually done pretty well to avoid all these encounters. They're kind of predictable, is what I was gonna say. Like, they're a little bit predictable, enough so where you can like, with enough experience with the game, you can kind of like feel where they're gonna go a little bit. So you can use that to try your best. You know, it's still not 100%, but try your best to avoid certain mob encounters. Also, enjoy one of the best songs in Nintendo gaming right here. This is the Palace theme from Zelda II. It is an absolute classic. Okay, yeah, combat's coming back. So here we are in Palace 1. This is like actually kind of one of the harder palaces in the run, to be honest with you. There are these blue enemies later on. Yeah, like you actually saw one in that first room, or two in that first room. There are these enemies called bots. Yes, they are called bots in this game for some reason, but they're these blue blobs. Yeah, we do. Actually, no, I don't think I was supposed to kill that. No, we yeah, right. Okay, we do kill that one. We don't kill that one. Right. Experience routes. That's all I can really say on it right now is experience routes. We'll kill that guy later.
Hey,
oh my goodness.
Quick question. Is there a noise gate on your game audio?
On my... no, I don't think so.
Okay. Folks were saying it was just sounding a little quiet, so we weren't sure if there was something going on with the audio.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Okay. Oh, God. Don't look away from the screen when you haven't played in a while. Or ever. Okay, so if I make it out of here alive, I'm going to be getting the safety ferry, which is over to the right of the elevator here. Luckily, there are a couple of safety things you can do. I'm going to try to do as few of them as possible, but yeah. Again, we kill that Stalfos later on. Yeah, like I don't know why my game audio is the way it is right now.
to be a capture card thing, you know. When I was on Mercy Kill last, every single time I got into a stage where it was all sky, my capture card would start scrolling.
Oh God, yeah, that's
oh yeah,
that's not desirable.
No, absolutely not. Folks are like, is Sky playing like that? I'm like, no, that's just the capture card. So folks don't understand, like, when we're playing on these consoles, like, some of these consoles are as old as us, if not older than us, and these are not, like, new pieces of technology, I mean.
No, they're not. There are some old capture cards that I would expect that from, but, like, nothing, I mean, I don't know. There's always, like, weird technology issues to be had. Sometimes even with newer technology. Come to think of it, actually, a lot of it is with newer technology. Okay, I was about to stop and hit that bot.
Yeah, I mean, at least with a game like this, you don't have to worry about them patching anything. That's something that we don't have to deal with as more retro, old-school speedrunners.
All right, so yeah, there we go. That Stalfos can give you a pee bag, or he cannot give you a pee bag. It is up to him, and him only. But basically, since I got that pee bag, we are guaranteed to leave here at attack 4, which is really nice. Attack 4 and attack 3 makes a big difference throughout Death Mountain. Shocked I remembered how to do that. Alright, so this guy is going to get us to attack 3. There we go. We take that. So you notice that I'm taking, like, mostly only attack stats. Yep, sick. Yeah, sure, we'll take life. And we'll save the rest. Alright, so you see how my experience right now is 160 out of 1,000 as we fight Horsehead. That was a weird hit. So this boss of Palace 1 is fairly simple. So there we go, cool. So you see how my experience right now is, like, my next threshold is 1,000. That's the attack level up. That's what I want to do for every single palace, so that I can get to attack 4 with the bonus that I get from the gem. And honestly, so far, this run is going way better than I expected. We got through Palace 1 without dying, thanks in part to the fairy, but, you know, I didn't mention that.
Hey, we take those.
Yeah, we take those. We do take those.
So, what are you thinking about going? I assume this goes all in the chronological. Yeah, you go to Palace 2, 3, etc. Do you jump around the palaces? I'm trying to remember this category myself.
No, I believe we actually do the palaces in order in this game.
Okay. And if that's the case, then what are you thinking about going into Palace 2? Is there anything that you remember that might stand out to you here?
Well, we don't really go into Palace 2 anytime soon, really. Like, it is the next palace we go into, but first we have to do Death Mountain, which is considered widely to be, like, one of the hardest parts of the entire game. But at attack 4, it's going to be a little bit easier. But mainly, yeah, I'm thinking about Death Mountain. Like, Death Mountain is basically a dungeon on its own. Okay, so now we got the jump spell, which is required to beat the game. But so since this is 100%, by the way, means all spells, all, like, key items, and it does not mean, however, all, like, levels, like all max levels. You do not need to max out your levels. There's one other thing I'm probably forgetting. Okay, I need to focus through this part here. Or through, like, most of Death Mountain, really. Oh, boy. Oh, I'll take that, actually. Thank you. That's lucky. So, alright, so the way drops work, by the way, I can sort of, not manipulate, but sort of predict where drops are happening. In fact, I can know exactly where drops are happening. The question really is just which drop it's going to be. So every big enemy that you see, right? One out of... Okay, so every... Sorry, playing this and talking is very difficult right now. But basically, every sixth enemy you kill, every sixth big or small enemy you kill, you get a certain drop. You can get either a jar... Nice. You can get either a jar drop or a pea bag drop, and you want pea bags, normally. I don't really care about the small enemy pea bag drops because they only drop 50. That was a good recovery. Bagu's house is there. Okay, good. No, it's not there. Wow. I actually forgot which tile Bagu's house was on. It begins. Okay. It is... this one. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this game has flashing lights when I die. I'm sorry I was late on this. But yeah, this game has flashing lights when I die. Where is Bagu's house? There it is. We found it. It's actually weird I wouldn't find it. I actually forgot which tile it was on. I was one tile off, as it turns out.
Is that the only time where there's flashing in this game, Jay?
There's very mild flashing when you complete a palace.
Okay.
But it's not nearly as bad. But yeah, when I die, and there are some intentional deaths in the run, I will let you know when that happens. But yeah, just like, this is a 1986 Nintendo game, so I do apologize for any flashing lights. But it'll mostly only happen when I die. Okay, so now we just grabbed the mirror from underneath the desk, and now we're gonna go over here and grab the life spell, which is going to be a very useful spell. I also need to remind myself to take... I'm probably gonna take life 3 in Death Mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna equip that preemptively. We're gonna take life 3 in Death Mountain because I'm gonna need it, probably. It's like the amount of... It's weird. The amount of health you have doesn't really change visually when you take, like extra life levels. It's the same with magic too, but like just the amount of health that goes down or the amount of magic that goes down when you use a spell or get hit just goes down more gradually. So yeah, it's not like traditional Zelda at all, where, you know, you have like heart containers and whatnot. You do have heart containers, but they visually represent themselves in the form of those cells at the top. And yeah, I will always have... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Well, okay, heart containers are... God, I'm like forgetting what the hell I'm doing. But basically, heart containers are... like, they do actually bring your health up visually. Take life 3. But not until, like, life 3 does not visually bring them up. If I'm making any sense. Again, I apologize if I'm not making much sense. Like, playing this and talking is extremely hard, especially when I haven't played it in a while.
I mean, I'm impressed right now just by the commentary while playing, while being rusty. I mean, really, really difficult to do.
I'm trying my best.
Something about, like, taking the elevator or the
Okay, so yeah, this room is kind of annoying, and the beginning of that room is basically why. I just did something there called a double stab, which is pretty cool that I can still do that right now. But yeah, double stab is, my God, what's the best way to describe this? It's really, it's this cool thing you can do. When you're falling down, you can do a standing stab. I'm gonna try to... Whoops, I hit the ledge. Okay. I can get hit by the ball. I just don't want to get hit by the Daira. That's fine. Those red things are called Dairas, by the way. Well, they're orange and red Dairas. But basically, so I can do a falling crouching stab and then immediately jump and do a rising crouching stab. I'm gonna lure this guy out. There we go. And if I do it right, I actually get 2 hits on the enemy. In basically what looks like 1 hit. So there's one right there. So those dyers take 3 hits, and it looked like I only did 2 hits, maybe, but... Oh, I want that. It was actually 2 hits. Oh, thanks, bot. Yeah, that's why bots are annoying, by the way. They are completely unpredictable. They don't telegraph their movements at all. And they are just generally a pain. And in Palace 1, they do a whole entire cell of damage to you, which is just ridiculous. Okay, good. All right, so we're almost to 1,000 experience, which is basically what I want to be when I... Wow, nice early axe. When I leave here, want to get about 1,000 or so. Which is really nice considering I even have life 3. You don't want to mess with that Mew, by the way. That thing's called a Mew. You don't want to mess with that. Especially not on the way back. Nice. I did not need to grab that. In fact, yeah, it would have been way better if I didn't grab that, or at least casted life first. Oh well, it's fine.
Let me know when you get some downtime. I wanted to ask you some stuff about your stream.
Okay, sure. Actually, we have some downtime now because I'm just kind of walking back to the entrance to Death Mountain.
All right, sounds good. So you had mentioned that you weren't speedrunning as much anymore. So what are you currently working on your stream?
Oh, well, I think you know a little bit about Ironmon, right?
Oh,
you know a little bit about that.
Just a little bit.
No, but yeah, Sky was actually one of the people who initially got me interested in Ironmon. So I've been doing a lot of Pokemon, like Pokemon challenge runs called Ironmon. It's been a nice break from speedrunning. It's been really nice. Like, it has been quite a long break from speedrunning for me, actually. But yeah, like every now and again, you just need a little break.
Sure.
And this has actually been probably one of the longer breaks I've ever taken from speedrunning since I've started running at all.
How many seeds are you into Kaizo at this point?
A little over 2,600.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Ironmon is not easy. And I'm doing like one of the harder difficulties as well. Like, since I've started Ironmon, there's been one harder difficulty than Kaizo. That's the difficulty that's called. That's been introduced. But Kaizo is still pretty difficult. That hit me, really? Okay. Kaizo is still really difficult, but I've been enjoying it. Been really enjoying it.
Yeah, I think you and I agree in terms of which difficulty is probably the most enjoyable, if anything, and we're totally on the same page with that. We've had that discussion before.
Yeah, I've actually like thought about, I mean, like, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do this, but I've thought about like going back, because I've actually never completed a run of Ironmon.
Oh.
Not even like Ultimate. Like, I've thought about going back to complete a run of Ultimate, but I've tinkered with the idea. All right, so I'm gonna get an encounter. Sorry, I'm gonna get an encounter on that tile right there, and that's gonna help me manipulate some encounters over here. I hope I use the right tile. Oh, the fairy got me. Okay, so yeah, fairies play by rules of their own. I mentioned earlier that you can kind of predict or almost kind of manipulate like what the encounters do in the overworld. The fairies play by their own rules completely. And it's very unfortunate because they can mess up your what's called a walk, or what we call a walk, which basically just refers to like our methods of going from point A to point B in the overworld in the most consistent way possible. Whoops. Oh, that somehow still worked. Also, this is called Medicine Cave. This is one of the more dangerous caves in the game, but I'm very happy with getting through that unscathed. Okay. That thing just followed me all the way there. Tried to lose him, but he just kept on trailing. Also, I was really lucky. So that's called a back spawn right there, and we got super lucky with that. Back spawn is basically when, like, okay, so when you walk onto a tile, or when I walked onto that tile, I could have had enemies spawn like in any direction around me, any 3 of the 4 directions that are like, you know, around me cardinally. So for them to spawn behind where I am is actually super lucky. I guess 1 in 4 chance. All right, so now we're gonna get an ability called Down Stab, which lets me do that. The game is, as a lot of people would say, the game is playable now. It's very hard before you get to this point. I really am not sure what led to the decision to give you down stabs so late, but it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, and we're also going to get the fairy spell while we're here as well, which is going to let me turn into a fairy, which is also extremely useful. And we're just going to pre-equip that. Little tiny optimization, actually. When you go to get a spell, your menu just opens up. And like it just does it just to show you what spell you got, I guess. And when it opens up, you can actually use that opening up to select your spell for when you want to use it later. Saves a little bit of time, just a tiny bit of time. Whoops, I forgot what I was doing there. Okay. I was hoping for a key bag there, but that's fine. We have enough experience, like, we're fine. We are fine for experience. Alright, so, if you notice what I did there, it might have looked like I just, like, walked into the heart and became a fairy. I casted the fairy spell as soon as I got the heart to skip the animation of getting the heart container. Just saves, like, I don't know, 2 seconds or something. Alright, back spawn? Nope, we got a fairy instead. That's a pain. Yeah, so now, like, I had a plan going into this walk, but now I don't anymore. Because that fairy just kind of ruined everything. So this is the walk to Palace 2. This walk is kind of infamous for being bad, for lack of better terminology. So yeah, just because the swamp significantly slows you down. And there's nothing really I can do about a lot of these encounters that are coming at me. I just kind of have to take them. Free magic container there, and the helmet of the statue. All right, Palace 2 time. We're finally here at Palace 2. Here is where I really want to start paying attention to my experience, and we are fine with experience because we left Palace 1 at attack 4, which is really nice in general. First, we're going to come down here and get a key. Oh boy. They really tried. Those bots really tried hard. I have forgotten how to do this room. That's fine. You're gonna see a bit of a trend in that, by the way. I'm gonna be forgetting how to do some of these rooms. It's just, it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. But at least we got it there without taking any damage. That's fine. That's fine by me, honestly. That is fine. I kind of fooled around with it there, but beams are actually genuinely useful in this game. Like, you know, a lot of people, I think, wow, what in the world? Okay. A lot of people might have been unsatisfied with the way beams work in this game compared to something like Zelda 1. But, like, they really do, if you learn to use them well, they are extremely useful for the speedrun. He's probably gonna shoot at me. Yep. That's fine. Luckily, we have a shield, so we can just turn around and deflect fireballs like that.
So while you're rusty, do you use maps for things like this? Because I feel like I would get really lost. These palaces are very different from the grids of Zelda 1, for instance.
So I don't use, like, I'm not using a map right now, for instance. I don't know. I might get lost later. But hopefully not. Hopefully I only get trolled here. Good. Sorry, I need to focus for this room. Okay, good. You should have seen the maps that I was drawing when I played this game casually for the first time, though. Like, on stream, I had, like, Microsoft Paint out and everything. Oh, I want that. I had, like, Microsoft Paint out and everything, like, drawing maps on stream. That was a fun time. Whoops. Okay, well, now with Attack 5, Attack 5 is super good to have this early, by the way. Those... No, I want life. And these statues have magic in them. But... Yeah, now with Attack 5, those orange Dark Nuts take 2 hits. Or Iron Knuckles. They're not Dark Nuts in this game. They're Iron Knuckles. This room is, we call this the Tetris room. And wow, it only fell on one column. That's wild. Usually they fall all over the place in that room, but yeah, for them to only fall on that one there was actually kind of wild. All right, this is really funny. Watch this. Back up. Back up. Oh, he hit me. Whoops. Back up. So Iron Knuckles are programmed when you're airborne. They're programmed to move back at the same speed as you. They don't do that otherwise, but only when you're airborne. So if you jump and cast Fairy, you maintain that state of being airborne. So you can just like go at that Iron Knuckle as a fairy, and it just kind of backs up at the same speed as you. It's funny. However, I did kind of forget that if I'm in range, he hits me still. But you know. Whatever. I could have taken Magic 2 there, but whatever. Doesn't really matter that much. Not anymore, at least. I don't need to kill him, I don't think. Or something like that. Some of it's coming back to me. Not all of it. Some of it is, though. Some of it is... Some of it feels like it never left, and some of it feels like I've never played the game before.
That is part of the experience here on this show. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
All right, can I pull this off? Sort of. A little bit. It looked cool, I guess. Looked less cool after I got hit, though. Whatever. Alright, so life is a little bit scary. Magic I don't need, but I actually kind of would have liked to have more of it now. Now I'm kind of wishing I'd take Magic 2 at this point. Oh. Thank you. Alright, there's a thing down here I can get. Getting back up may be an issue. There we go, okay. Sure, that was flawless, I guess. As far as you know, that was flawless. Okay. Just to give me a little bit of extra life, because I know that Helmet Head is going to be a problem. Because Helmet Head is generally a problem when you're hoping he's not a problem. So we're gonna go in with some health here. Okay. Generally, it wasn't that bad. By the way, the official name for that boss is not actually Helmet Head. It is, in fact, Germafencer. Fun fact. Jermafenser. What were you saying? I'm sorry. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I actually didn't know that at all, so it's really cool.
Yep. Germafencer. Our old buddy. Also, that encounter did not have to come up and hit me. I really don't appreciate that. I really don't appreciate that game. The walk back is equally as bad, by the way, but you can get lucky like that. And just have them, like, I don't know. Ooh. This is a little close. A little close for comfort. Thank you. All right. Okay, I'll take that, honestly. All right, so now we're going to get the shield spell from this town called Roru. And you might be wondering why I did not get this at the very start of the game when I walked past this village. So I do... So that you can do early shield or late shield. I do late shield because it helps make this next walk much more consistent. It really makes it only, like, you know, so that you only have to remember one thing. I still might mess it up, but we'll see. Alright, so now we're gonna get shields. Which, honestly, I will probably put to use. Yeah, so far we've managed experience and leveling pretty well. But I want to leave Palace 3 at 7-3-3, so 7 attack, 3 magic, and 3 life. Okay, good dodge. Alright, so I want to take an extra step here, actually. Actually, did I do that wrong? I think I did that wrong, but I don't think it mattered. We're fine. Alright, so we enter the secret passageway to Palace 3, and we're on our way. So yeah, you need the fairy spell to get over here. Just because of the design of that room. Okay. See if I can dodge an encounter going up here. Good. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, crafty ways to, Oh. Listen. Alright, fine. There are a lot of crafty ways to avoid, encounters. In the overworld. Generally, it works really well to, I'm gonna life up here. Generally, it works really well to... Sorry. It's so hard to talk and play this. I'm so sorry. But
no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, generally you want to get the enemies on a half tile. So like when you're moving on whole tiles and the enemy is moving on half tiles, it's generally a lot easier to avoid encounters. Which is why I'm like waiting. You see me like waiting for certain points. I'm waiting for the enemy to be on a half tile before I advance a lot of the time. Alright, so here we are in the very red Palace 3. This room has a key I'm going to have to very quickly dig and get to avoid... Alright, I didn't do that right, but whatever. To avoid this guy's attack. Whatever, he can die, that's fine. These jumps are actually kind of difficult to successfully clear a 3-tile like tower like that. Alright, how to manage XP here? No, we're gonna take the next magic. You know what? No, I shouldn't have done that. Should have taken... Okay. I should have taken magic 3 there so that I can use fairy. I think we're gonna be fine either way. I don't think it mattered. I think we were too high on XP anyway. I don't know why I'm worried about stuff like that right now. I really shouldn't be. Alright, this room is extremely dangerous. Especially if you're in a situation like this where I don't know if I'm gonna... Okay. Being airborne on that level up is very scary. I'm not pausing, by the way. I'm not pausing to do that. The game just automatically pauses. No, we're good. Don't mind me getting caught on that block. Nobody saw that. It's fine. And just to be safe, we're gonna cast jump, but not yet. There we go.
It's been a year since you're 114, by the way.
It has actually been a year since my PB WoW.
According to SRC.
I don't know. That almost got scary there. But yeah, my PB in this game, by the way, is a 114.44, I think it is. 48, 114.48. And apparently it has been a year since my PB. Oh, November. Wait, November 3rd of last year? Of 2020. No, it's almost 2 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting info from Amber right now. A voice that you may recognize, by the way. You should recognize.
Well, that's what I can remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear them right now, but
Oh yeah, definitely I can. Yeah, they host
Yeah, no.
Never Before Seen, a
Yeah.
wonderful
PB is
GDQ hot
ancient.
picture right after this.
no, okay, so now we definitely have enough experience. We don't have enough magic, though. Certainly not enough magic to cast shield, but that's fine. What am I doing? Somehow getting out of that without getting damaged, that's what. Okay, so this boss... do I even remember how to do this? Evidently. Okay, that'll work. Thanks, Hands. Thanks for remembering how to do that.
I forgot bosses stuff.
Yeah, the boss deaths are a little bit flashy as well. Just take that into account. Again, this is kind of a 1986 Nintendo game, after all, so I do apologize for flashing lights here. Yeah, there was no avoiding that. There was no avoiding that. That was a little bit close. All right, so fun fact, by the way. So you see how that menu opened up? I started to touch on this earlier, but the menu just kind of opens up without your permission when you reach a level threshold for experience. If that happens on the same frame that you transition screens, the game soft locks. So I need to be very careful not to have that happen. I could get an encounter here. Nope. Okay, we got a late spawn. That's fine. Spawns don't happen when you're on like the beaten path right there, like that. Good stuff. And one more encounter to avoid there. Good. Okay. So entering this cave with beams is really nice. Because it's going to make this walk a lot more consistent. So like being able to get through that cave without stopping allows this to be super consistent. Okay, cool. Or, well, I say super consistent, but it can still not work. So I guess it's not incredibly consistent, but still. It's a lot more consistent than it would have been otherwise. Because the amount of frames that you spend in an underworld screen or in a side-scrolling screen actually affects the encounter behavior of enemies in the overworld when you get there. So, like, they can either, like, aggro you completely, like, they can move towards you, they can move randomly around, but, you know, it doesn't dictate exactly what they do, but it does dictate the kind of behavior that they might exhibit. So, yeah. Getting through that cave without stopping, though, does guarantee a certain pattern. Or guarantees, like, a certain behavior, not a certain pattern. But it makes it a lot more consistent. This walk right here is called the Dazzle, named after a runner called Dazzle. This is a very long walk. See if we can maybe... Oh, we got caught on tail end. It's fine. Maybe we can... Okay, so there's a force encounter tile right above me that I'm trying to skip by walking onto the same tile, just like I did in the super early game, like right before Palace 1. These slashes are to get a certain... What? Okay, fine. It worked anyway, but probably shouldn't have. Those slashes were to delay my exit on the screen. Long story short. Okay. Oh, you know, I need magic. I need magic so I can do something. So you're supposed to enter here. You're supposed to enter this house by basically, like, jumping on top of other houses. But we can enter as a fairy if we hold down while we cast fairy. But only if you hold down while you cast fairy. That just kind of maintains the properties, I guess, of crouching, so that when you get close to that chimney, you go down. Alright, so that was the Reflect spell, which we need for one reason and one reason only, other than to make Thunderbird later a little bit easier. So Reflect is required to be the boss of Palace 4. The infamous boss of Palace 4. Very hard boss. Very hard. You'll see. Actually, I lied. That was the upstab. This is Reflect. You get both of them. I just don't know which order. Okay, so I will say, this is like around the midpoint of the run. I will say, this run is going a lot better than I expected. I have only died once, and it was because I forgot where Bagu was.
Yeah,
and for those of you who are just coming in who may be familiar with this run, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot where Bagu was. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I do not know Bagu. We failed to get to know Bagu. But at least now I know where Bagu lives. Okay. So the same thing here. Hopefully, yeah, we actually got the aggro that time. There we go. Okay, this is a very hard walk. The beginning of this is, oh, wow. Yeah, so now you understand. The beginning of that walk is the hardest part. Fine. As long as I don't die, I'm okay. Completely fine with this. I'm still fine with this. Okay. Whatever, a little trickery to avoid those last bits, but that is fine. So something fun about this song. We call a certain part, or at least I do. I call a certain part of this song the DMCA part of the song, because for whatever reason, on Twitch, the second half of this song loves to get muted by Twitch, like in VODs. And it sometimes happens, like if you do that walk that I failed well enough, you will get here and like the second half of the song will actually play, which you don't normally hear in the speedrun. The second half of the song will actually play, and we call it the DMCA part of the song. It's the part of the song that goes like but yeah, like you don't actually hear that right now because I'm not doing this walk too well, but it's fine. I should have killed that Moa. Oh, he spawned. Alright, that's fine. Oh, he's back. We go right here. Okay. Right? Yes. Okay. I actually momentarily forgot where I was supposed to go. Maybe I should have brought a map. Everything's purple in here. I don't know where to go. Everything looks the same. In fact, I say everything looks the same, but it's only half a joke. Because there are a couple of rooms in this dungeon that actually look exactly identical to one another. For instance, this next room here, you're going to see this room 3 times. Actually, let me just jump here. I actually am fine with not taking a death warp here. Good, we got the magic. Let's go. That's a 1 in 2 chance to spawn. It could also spawn an iron knuckle, by the way. Later on, I think on the 3rd room that we see like this, I am going to be taking an intentional death, so please be aware of that. Just be aware of flashing lights. That won't be for a few minutes, though. Jeez. Leave me alone. All right. Okay, this... Okay. That right there, by the way, I'm going to take life for it. That right there is called a jackhammer. I did another one in Palace 3, but I was too busy messing up my fairy movement to describe it. But yeah, that's called the jackhammer. So enemies don't really have iframes in this game, for the most part. So we can actually take advantage of this quite a bit. I didn't quite get him. We can actually take advantage of lack of enemy iframes quite a bit. So if we come across a situation like that, we're in a narrow hallway with an iron knuckle, we can just repeatedly downstab it, like over and over and over, just like mash the down button. Okay. And you just hit him over and over and over. And if you do it fast enough, you can kill him like with just a jump. Look over at chat and I see, where's attack 9? Please. Please, no attack 9 this run. Anything but that.
Nah.
Anything but that. So stats only go up to 8 in this game, and attack 9, if you take attack 9, quote unquote, all you're doing is just getting a 1-up instead of, like, you know, putting your experience where it should go. So they call it attack 9, and it's not good. Attack 9 is not what you want. I don't know what I'm doing.
You know what?
This might get interesting.
Petition. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Petition to change the name of this show to I have no idea what I'm doing.
That might catch on.
I'm gonna.
That might catch on.
Thanks, Tej. I appreciate that.
Because like Mercy Kill is a good name.
Yeah.
But I think people would really know what's going on if you named it I don't know what's going on. Or I have no idea what I'm doing. Or what is happening.
We need the, if that happens, we need the science dog meme as the title of the show.
I like the duo shows of That's Never Happened Before plus What Is Happening. I like those two show names together, personally. Especially if they were like right next to each other. Cast. Oh, I missed my select button. Okay. Casting jump just to get through there. So we get the upstab in this game, and fun little fact: that's the only point where you need it, even though you don't actually need it, because you can hit that. You can hit that block actually with just a normal stab. Wow, I actually did that correctly that time. Hold your applause. I actually did that correctly that time. Stop the presses. It only took me 3 tries. Like I said, a lot of rooms look identical to one another, so like we get a lot of practice at that room, thankfully.
There's a lot of good titles for hotfix shows right now that Tej is previewing. Okay. I hope everybody's taking notes. This is good.
Flashing lights warning, by the way. This room, I'm going to be just jumping in the lava here. And yeah, that saves 2 seconds. But we have plenty of lives. I actually have a comfortable amount of lives. I might regret saying that, but I actually have a comfortable amount of lives right now.
So we're about 50 minutes into the run right now. How are you feeling about this?
I feel better than I did 50 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'll be real with you. I feel better than I did 50 minutes ago.
I always feel so bad when folks are nervous before my show. I'm like, I'm not gonna like pick on you or anything. It's just a scythe.
It's just the scythe. It's just the brunt end of my scythe. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't nervous about coming on the show.
Yeah.
I was just nervous about like the way I was gonna play, you know.
Oh, you're doing great. I'm having a great time. This is very entertaining, very skillful, and very fun. Everything I want in a Mercy Kill run, so thank you.
Speaking of skillful, check out these skills. Perfectly executed. That boss is an absolute joke. So like, as long as you have Reflect, that boss is nothing less than a Reflect check. Right there is just to see if you actually have the spell that you need. Reflect is required to reflect those spells back at Karok. And I think that was actually a pretty good one. It's completely RNG heavy, by the way. It's like, he can spawn wherever and he can shoot from wherever. So it is completely luck-based. Just crouch in the corner and hope you win. That's it. Oops. All right, Palace 5 we do immediately after finishing Palace 4. All right, so we're going to be taking attack 8. And no more than that, hopefully. Oh god, Eco Key is a thing. Eco Key. Okay, so Eco Key, if I do a damage boost here properly, I can save like 14 seconds. Let's see if I can remember how to do it somehow. We got it. All right. So that is actually, I am shocked that I just got that. Okay, so that's Eco Key. Basically, we have to stop the screen at the right point, let the bubble there hit the end of the screen, come back to us, and then we damage boost off of it. So ordinarily, you would need to cast Fairy, leave that room, and then what am I doing? And then I need this experience. I'm too busy talking. You need to leave that room and then come back so that you can stab it. Because you need to stab keys to pick them up in this game. You can't just pick them up as a fairy. All right, this room is infamous. We got incredibly good RNG there. Like that was actually. Can I get that in a PB attempt? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. That was actually genuinely really good. So yeah, that room can go horribly wrong. I maybe should have gotten that P-bag. Alright, so here I'm going to cast Jump and go and grab this key and hopefully just kind of kill that. There we go. I think we still have enough XP even without that P-bag. I'm still shocked I got Eco Key. That's not something I expected to get in this run. That's something that I actually forgot existed before I even entered Palace 5. I'm like, oh god, Eco Key's a thing. Oh geez.
Well,
yeah, sometimes it just works like that.
You just demonstrated the point of the show in one scene, and I love it.
And the funny thing is, I guarantee you, if I had practiced that a bunch going into here, I probably would have failed it. Speedrunning's funny. Speedrunning is funny like that.
So I have have to ask you, because we've had you on before, are there any other games that are kind of just, sitting on the shelf that you would love to play again in this style?
I would say nope, only this. Only this.
Only this? Okay.
Only this. Jokes aside,
yeah.
I don't know. I could maybe be bothered to do one or two more.
I mean, I guess my thought was, there's always a game that's like sitting at the back end of the shelf, metaphorically speaking, right? So, for example, Mitch, Flower Power, had Mega Man 3 as that kind of, oh my gosh, you ran that kind of game? Because who would have thought? Oh yeah, that was one of the earliest episodes of this. It was great. And I didn't know if there was a game like that folks do not associate you with that, we might not know about. I always like asking this question.
That is a good question, honestly. I would say, like, pretty much since I just haven't been speedrunning Zelda lately, like, probably any Zelda game. Hard question to answer, at least right now. Also, I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. Nope.
I can give you the sky!
Thank you, Amber. I appreciate you. I love that from the background.
I don't know if the stream heard that, but yeah.
Yeah. Amber says they can give me a list.
I can give you a list. Oh boy, I am bailing. How did I not get hit there? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was bad news.
I just love that, though. Like, the forbidden speedrun that maybe somebody learned for the 12-hour challenge, said, nah, I'm good, and then just shelved it. Like that kind of lore, I think, myself, there should be a marathon where folks run, like, non-traditional games. And when I say non-traditional, again, like that whole notion of Mitch running Mega Man 3 versus Mario 3, me running Castlevania games instead of Mario games, like that kind of deal. Like, we all kind of flip roles, and yeah, it might not be like world record caliber times, but that would be a heck of a thing to watch. Just speedruns that you wouldn't expect from certain front runners.
I think honestly, I don't even know how feasible it would be to do a rusty run of this, but like, I think the closest thing I can think of for me is like, I'm going the wrong way, is Fez.
Really?
I think a lot of people, like, if there were any game I would say fits that bill for me, it would probably be Fez.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize I ran Fez.
I never knew that. See,
I don't know.
That's important lore to me.
The lore.
Yeah.
Speed lore. Okay, I think we are all set here. I just got to make sure I do this correctly. Okay, fine. Correctly, quote unquote. That's fine. He died. I did it correctly. We're all good. Yeah, that's good. All right, 844 is what I want to leave here at. So we're actually going to utilize leftover XP, and this is why you don't want to take attack 9. Oh boy. This is why you don't want to take attack 9, quote unquote attack 9, because you want the leftover XP to bring up the rest of your stats. So we're going to try to leave here with 866. And they might be wondering, like, well, you're 844 right now. How does that work? You'll see, basically. You'll see. I need to focus right now because this boss hits, like, 5 trucks together. So let's focus for this. I don't mind taking one hit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. Nope. Okay. Sorry, that was a death. All right, so this is fine. I forgot how to hit Gumi. Boomy? What is this person's name? What is this boss's name? I don't remember. Guma?
Something like that.
It's something like that.
So I have to know, I noticed your name was this when the name was brought up. Did you name yourself this because this is fine? Because that was the first thing I thought of, and I did a little bit of a giggle, especially after you're done beating the boss. I'm like, I can now giggle about this.
No, I am named this because of the Whooper meme.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Also, where am I going? I'm going over here. Okay. All right, so I know exactly where I'm going. Okay, so I am doing. Oh wait, no. I'm going this way. I forgot.
Can we?
Going over here.
If we put this as a subtitle on YouTube, with your permission, Jay, can we name this Mercy Kill or Where Am I Going?
Where am I going? That sounds good to me. Yeah, I forgot that heart container. That would have been bad.
Yeah.
I forgot that heart container. All right, so we're good now. We're good now. Okay, so I actually have a perfect amount of experience to do something called late fire, or like something associated with late fire. So in the town, the fanfare that you get for like a level up is significantly diminished from like a 7-note fanfare to a 4-note fanfare. So doing this saves about 8 seconds. And we gotta make sure to cancel that last one so that we have the 3,300 left over for after Palace 6. Okay. Whew. I'm fine. Everything's okay.
Are you sure? I just want to make sure.
I do believe everything's fine. Can we get like not everyone coming around and interfering with my talking with the red dress lady? I would appreciate that.
So
like the whole town came in. Hey, sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. We're at about 102. I just wanted you to be. Oh, now this is going up, not going down. I know everybody's seeing it going down, but between you and me, just for ease, we're at 102 right now of 130. So I believe in you. I believe this is going to be a thing. You're going to be awesome here.
I think I'm okay. So I remember a good spell time back when I was going for like PBs and stuff. A good spell time was like sub-hour, I think, and we're about 2 minutes from that, so I'm like 5 minutes behind my PB. Wait, actually, I might have fixed it. So yeah, basically, I'm doing way better than I imagined. Oh wow, I guess that was a bit early, wasn't it?
But I like this too, you know. I know that as speedrunners, folks love it when everything goes like 100% perfectly. But again, this is why I love this show so much. You know, obviously I'm biased a little bit, but I like that little bit of spice in the run. You know, you don't quite know what's going to happen. You don't know if someone is going to have it all together. You don't know if someone's going to get lost. You don't know if someone's going to get confused. You don't know if something silly is going to happen or be remembered or forgotten. So I like that.
It's like I said, it's like the casual, the more sort of casual side of it. Like, I feel like typically speedrunners don't like take the time to like laugh at mistakes, but like now it's like if I make a mistake, I don't really care at all. Like you know, I'm like, I don't know. It can be easy to like to be frustrated at mistakes, but not today.
Yeah, it's supposed to... Oh, jeez. That scared me. I didn't know that spider was gonna come down. Dang.
I'll take that health. That's fine. I'd rather get a fairy encounter than anything else.
No, there's no live deals on this show. No, that's one of the #1 rules of this show is there's no live deals. None.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well... It means that unless something like extreme happens, like if there's like something that happens with the data or something happens within the first minute, we just call a false start and do it again. We don't like add time on, we don't subtract time off. Like there's a lot of things, so we don't do any live deals on the spot. That's why I asked you before we start, like, are you sure about this estimate? You know, I just want to make sure because it's okay to change it before, but you know, after the timer starts, that's it. That's the timer.
I will say that I do appreciate you giving me the opportunity to add 5 minutes onto my estimate. I appreciate that.
Yes, I always get, Richard, I'm looking at you, even though I can't see you right now. Folks, Sky, you hustle runners into lowering their estimates. I'm like, no, if anything, we add more time on than subtract at the beginning. Are you kidding me?
Can confirm. Can confirm.
See?
So here's the spell. I'm not kidding. It's called spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Zelda 2, everyone. But we are going to be using the spell for 2 things total. Well, actually, probably 2 things. If I get gutsy enough to try to use beam strats and VOD, I might go ahead and do that. But That is using the spell, by the way.
That's it for that?
That is what that does, yeah. It also turns enemies into bots
okay,
as well,
okay.
which isn't the greatest deal because bots still suck, but but it does actually genuinely help in Valley of Death, which I called VOD, VOD, Valley of Death. All right, so we have just enough magic here to do exactly what I want to do.
So, I don't know, is this a serious timer now? I have another, fun question.
No, go ahead, you're good.
So, why Wooper? I've always wanted to ask you this, and I knew that you love Wooper. I've always known that. But why Wooper? What is it about that Pokemon for you?
I'm a Wooper enjoyer.
Every time I'm like...
Straight up, I don't know how else to answer that, because, I just like Wooper. He's derpy.
Yeah.
Like me, and I don't know. I just really like Wooper.
I know. Every now and then,
I hope that answer was sufficient.
Well, I ask this because also as a fellow Ironmon streamer, I've always I got Wooper, and someone's like, no, don't tell Teach that. No, that's not nice. And I'm like, all right.
Whoever that was, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for sticking up for Wooper.
If I do that too many times, I'll have to write an apology like Shen did for Bulbasaur, So I have to know why, that's all.
Oh, wow, that got me. Okay, whoops. I thought I had that pulled off. That's fine. Our container's right here. I actually picked the right tile this time. I mean, granted, I will concede that Wooper is not the best Pokemon ever for Ironmon. But I mean, and it's not like I'd ever use a Wooper in Ironmon, but I will pay my salutes to Wooper whenever I see one.
Sure.
I'll just scream this, and then it'll be gone. That's all I'm really talking about.
So,
all right, Palace 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's going on here?
Palace 6. Very magenta palace. Kill this. We're gonna get a level up here, and that jump is really scary, but that's fine. It's only a few frames for that jump.
For folks who are watching on YouTube as well, first of all, hello. Second of all, please be sure to follow our wonderful runner that is twitch.tv/TGH_SR. TGH_SR. Please be sure to give Tej a follow. Also, if you're watching in chat, I just provided the link. Be sure to bop that follow button here. Very much enjoy Tej's streams. Always a good time. So again, please do drop a follow.
Thank you. I made a mistake. There we go. I really didn't want to cast jump to get out of there. Now I will cast jump because there is an invisible hole in the floor in this room. And I'm going to tell you a story. I mean, okay, I wasn't part of the community around this time, but back when there was a All Keys tournament a few years ago. Here's Rebenek Refight, by the way. Oh boy, sit up. Or Rebenek Refight number 1, I should say. There was an All Keys tournament a few years ago, and apparently, and again, there's an invisible hole that you can't see, hence it being invisible in that room that I cast a jump to get over. Apparently, every single Canadian runner in the tournament at one point fell into that hole, and that hole became known as Canada thereafter. So this hole that I just jumped over is called Canada. So if you fall in that hole, you go to Canada.
I love it when a community or folks even that speedrun the game just decide, okay, this is what this is. And then it catches on, right?
I really wish that I was, in the community at that point. I would have loved to have been a part of that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so, God, do I remember how to do fire shots? Maybe? Hard to find out. Did I get this? Nope, not quite. You can actually get on top of the ceiling here. and save like quarter of a second. We'll try fire strats. Oh, I missed it. Okay. We're just gonna kill these. I don't want to mess with these. Okay. We're just gonna kill those and move on. It didn't look nearly as cool as fire strats, but that's fine. We're not here to look cool.
Hey, I think it's cool that you're attempting this very much being rusty. This is a very tough game in general, and the fact that you're doing this rusty is just so awesome. I'm glad you're doing this.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with, like, saying things. Like, I mean, ordinarily I don't have as much of a problem talking and playing this game, but like, God, it's very difficult today. Very difficult.
Again, that's where my job comes in handy. I just want to make sure I'm not talking while you're trying to focus, though, so.
All right, Revenant fight number 2. That one went slightly better. Okay, the boss of Palace 6 is Barba. Totally not Volvagia. Totally not Volvagia. But yeah, basically, very long serpent snake thing that we're gonna cast jump to be able to fight. I think I have enough for jump. Yeah, I must. I have to. I have to have enough for jump. You know what? Let's try a strat here. This probably is not gonna work, but we're gonna try a jackhammer strat. This is very dangerous. Okay, yeah, it didn't work. This is fine. One more hit. Okay. I tried. I didn't die. Whoops. So yeah, the jackhammer strat saves like a second and a half over the second most optimal strat there. And it is very, very dangerous. I tried. I failed it, but I didn't die, so that's fine.
I'm impressed. That Barba fight's really difficult, and yeah, you may have not gotten the one cycle, but you also didn't die, and it's very easy to die in that fight.
It's super easy to die in that fight, even honestly without doing the jackhammer strat. Okay, 876 is perfect. Okay. This is probably the hardest part of the run, so I'm going to try and focus here. I'm going to try to do beam strats through it. I can spell everything. If I get hit, I will, but until then, I'm going to see if I can go through this without actually getting damaged. Which is very difficult in itself, but basically beams, like they're going to be MOAs, these like orange flying things flying all over the place in all these screens, and we're going to try to use beams to keep them all at bay. Like these are MOAs. The ones that we're going to be seeing are orange. And there are also these bridge screens as well, which I have already messed up. I think we're getting away with it, though. Yeah, we really got away with it. They all spawn behind me. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Bridge screen number 2. Nope, I slashed when I shouldn't have. Ugh. All right, we're not dead. Okay, a little slash to manipulate these encounters to be aggroing towards me. That's good because we definitely do not want to do that one force encounter there. Absolutely not. All right, so here we have life. Grab that jar. Okay, so we can still try beam strats. Good. Number 1. Oh, that beam didn't come out. Nice. That beam did not come out. Okay, so I gotta do spell strats for the rest of it. Ooh, wow, that's close. So, yeah, you can use spell to turn these enemies into bots, which is useful, as you can see.
Yeah, about 15 minutes left. I believe in this. I believe in the dream here. You got this.
I think we have this. As long as nothing really bad, like really bad, happens in GP, which, I mean, it is GP after all. GP stands for Great Palace. It's not that great. I don't know why it's called that, but yeah, it's pretty hard, Great Palace. Like, it's a palace where, like, oh boy, I might have screwed up there. Oh, we're good. Okay. One more spell. The only good thing about GP is that when you die, you don't actually start, like, all the way at the beginning. Wait. You don't actually go back to, like, the palace that you started at the beginning of the game. You actually get to start at the beginning of the palace. And I think it's that way because of, like, the original Famicom disk system, the way it worked. So, like, Palace 9 had to be on a completely separate side of the disk. So they made it so that you can just reload it without having to worry about it. Okay, so here we go. All right, got past that one. I'm gonna try to use as little magic as I can because I am a little bit low. I can use like one fairy spell. There's a part where you can get a magic jar. It's like a 50-50 magic jar, but you can keep trying for it. Like a few rooms from now. Actually, very next room, I think. So I could have fairied there. This room is 11 and a half seconds of nothing. There's just nothing in that room. Like, Great Palace, the enemies are very sparsely located, but the enemies that are here are ridiculous. That is basically the mantra of Great Palace. Wait, whoops, it's not that one. It's not that one. Pardon me, it was not that one. It is a room or two from now. Fear not, they will not hit me. Okay, these rooms are so dangerous, but we're getting lucky here. Those things are called Fakas, and they can be very trolly. Like, they can jump at you immediately in that room and just completely, like, render you nearly helpless. All right, I'm gonna fairy here because there's free magic in the next room. I'm positive now that it's in the next room. Positive. This time for sure. And there we go. Now that magic did not have to happen. Jump here. So this particular fucker right here is called Scott. I'll be completely honest with you, I don't remember why. Scott, he's got a last name too. Can somebody in chat help me out? It's like Scott, like, I don't remember. I don't remember the last name. Somebody help me out. Good name. Scott Beekula, thank you. Scott Beekula, that's what it is. I thought it was Beak something. Beekula. But yeah, this Great Palace is actually going incredibly well. Alright, so let's fairy here. Actually, you know what? No, I need to kill this, I need to kill this spicy chicken. Hang on. For experience. Oh, I missed. It missed! I swung under it! Hang on. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we take Magic 8, because we need Magic 8. It hopped over my sword, that's rude. So rude. don't even need the death warp here. Like, a lot of... Whoa, excuse me, Mew. A lot of the time, in Great Palace, you actually need to death warp because your experience doesn't quite line up. Granted, mine really didn't line up that well. Reflects of shields, jump, reflect, and then thunder. Yes, okay. Thunder once Thunderbird comes on screen. It's the second slash there. Okay, damageless Thunderbird.
Wow.
That works too. So reflect actually really helps, like, for whatever reason, reflect like minimizes your hitbox. It like makes your hitbox smaller for some reason. And it makes it a lot easier to avoid Thunderbird's attacks. Alright, here we have the final boss of the game, which we are totally not going to cheese. I will cast fire for good measure. You don't need to, but I will anyway. Come here. And time's coming up soon. And time.
All right, that's about 121.42.
I will take it.
Wow.
I will take that 10 times over.
I'm really impressed.
Like, I am... Honestly, that run could not have gone a lot better for me. I forgot where Bagu was. That was the worst part of the run. That was the worst part of the run. I forgot where Bagu was. And yes, for those coming in who are familiar with this game and who speedrun this game, I'm sorry, I forgot where Bagu was. I'm not afraid to admit that. I forgot where Bagu was. It's been that long. But with that being said, I couldn't be happier with that result. I really couldn't. This was the one I was worried about, too.
Really?
Like, Zelda 2 was the one I was worried about. Link to the Past, I think, might go slightly better unless I die to something. If I die to something, I probably won't get sub 90, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was fun. Good to play this game again. This game is a lot of fun. Highly, highly suggest learning this as a speed game if you were thinking about it. It's in my opinion, it's a much easier speed game than it is a casual game. So yeah, very friendly community too, Zelda 2 community. Shout out to the Zelda 2 community. And yeah, thanks for having me, Sky.
Of course, and this is not the end of our show tonight. We do have another run. Tej will be doing A Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, and if you're sent no major glitches. But first, before we take our wellness break here, I do want to remind folks that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick, both with hotfix and with AGDQ 2023 costs. So please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily GDQ content. Also, as a reminder, AGDQ 2023 Online will be January 8th through the 15th. Game submissions are open until September 21st, which is tonight, and event volunteer applications are open until Saturday, September 24th. Head on over to GamesDoneQuick.com for more information. And with that being said, folks, be sure to stretch, hydrate, and we'll be right back with Mercy Kill. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I am joined here by Tisha. This is A Legend of Zelda, The Link to the Past. Just very awesome game, and in its most popular category, any percent no major glitches, which, this is typically the category that I see when it's run at an event. How do you feel about this game, Teach?
I'll be honest with you, I feel better about this game than I did about Zelda 2.
Yeah.
So that means this probably is going to get Mercy Kill, if I had to guess.
That. No.
I mean, I was going for the trilogy sweep. Last time I was on the show, I did Zelda 1, and now we're doing Zelda 2 and Zelda 3. I was going for the sweep, but no, Zelda 2 went way, way better than I expected. So I don't know. I would be okay. Like, I've been given some breathing room. I'd be okay with Link to the Past not going quite as planned, but we'll see what happens.
All right, well, let's get moving here. I can't wait to see this.
All right, so I'll give you a countdown, I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead and, all right, so all set. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right,
Good
so
luck.
Thank you. I guess what is there to say about this game? that has not been said already, probably countless times, both on the GDQ stage and not. This is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This is what most, well, maybe not most, but this is what a lot of people think of when they think of the Zelda series, especially the 2D Zelda games. So here we go. I don't know if I have to say too much about it, but I will say that this is another game that I haven't speedrun in several months, with the exception of the occasional randomizer every now and again. I think I've done like one randomizer in the last few months. There might be less forgetting where to go in this game, though, because I have overall speedrun this game much more than Zelda 2. So, yeah, I feel like we'll be okay in that department, maybe. But yeah, like 2D, like top-down overhead is more my just natural, I don't know, I feel like I'm a little bit more specialized in games like this than in games like Zelda 2. But, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's fine. Luckily, the sword.
Sorry, good.
I was just gonna say, luckily, the sword is not as big as it actually appears, as far as the hitbox goes.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, are there any other instances of flashing in this game that we should know about? I know Aghanim has some.
Aghanim has some. I'll be honest with you, I think the worst case of flashing in this game is in the intro. So, like, by the intro, I mean like the cutscene before you start playing. So I think we're probably fine there. I think we're probably good. Like, actually, well, the same cutscene, I guess, plays right before you fight Aghanim, so I guess I'll let you know there. It's not nearly as bad as, like, Zelda 2 deaths. But I will let you know when we get to a flashing part. Okay, good. All right, so this is Hyrule Castle. Welcome to Hyrule Castle. We are in here to save Zelda, who has been kidnapped and held in a cell by Aghanim. Aghanim's kind of like a dark wizard, like a puppet of Ganon, more or less, who is in this game, by the way. Ganon is also in this game, unlike Zelda 2, unless you game over. Ball chain guard going okay. There's a certain rhythm to that fight. So now we rescued Zelda, and now we need to get out of here. Another little bit of a fact here. I don't know if it's a fun fact or I know it's not that fun, but the lamp. I feel like people don't know this. The lamp can be gotten in one of 3 chests in this game. 3 different chests. There are 3 chests that can give you the lamp. There's the very first chest that you see in Link's house. There's the chest that there's one more somewhere. I think it might be the one that's right up here. And there's also the chest near Zelda's cell, and the fastest one to get it from is the one in Zelda's cell. No, I think that chest is the map. There's another chest somewhere that gives you the lamp. Or it might be 2. It might be 2 chests, actually. It's a fact that I actually don't know what the fact is, so maybe I shouldn't talk. It's either 2 or 3. That's fine. Well, so far so good here. There's not a lot going on in Escape. There's not much going on until we get the boots. Pegasus boots from Sahasrahla, the Elder. But yeah, this game, so since this is no major glitches, there are some really, really broken looking categories for this game, just broken in general, but this particular category is one of the ones that's not broken. This is no major glitches. So it's going to be a lot of little, small tech, small, like, micro tech, movement tech, all over the place. And keep in mind that just because it's no major glitches does not mean we don't play some game or some parts of the game not as intended. So like we definitely do some sequence breaks here and there. Like we definitely do not do the Dark World dungeons in order. We do the Light World dungeons in order because we're forced to, but we do not do the Dark World dungeons in the order that the game suggests. We do Swamp Palace like later, like way later than we quote unquote should. Okay, so there's something that I'm doing in Escape called pumping. I don't know if you've heard what that is, but basically pumping is something, if I'm moving up or to the left, I can change direction as often as possible to actually gain a little bit of a pixel advantage just because of the way that Link moves. But in that situation where I get hit by the rat, my hand, so I mashed, in order to perform pumping, I actually have my right hand mash the D-pad, so I could not get my right hand over to my boomerang button in time, and that is why I got hit by the rat. I am grabbing that, I'm not foolish. Well, at least in this instant, I'm not foolish. Okay, so we're getting out of Escape, we rescued Zelda. And we are heading over to Eastern Palace right away. So I guess the game intends for you to go over to Kakariko Village to see like Sahasrah's, I don't know, grandson or something like. There's a kid in the village that tells you where Sahasrah is. You go see him, and he tells you to come here. So we just come here. We just skip that part. We don't need to do exactly that. I kind of wish I'd gotten that 5 rupees though. It's fine. Wow. So pumping really comes into play when I'm on stairs. So you can see like I'm going up the stairs pretty much almost as fast as like the rate at which I walk. Well, maybe not that close, but yeah, trust me, it is making a huge difference on stairs, especially. All right, so now we're here in Eastern Palace. Again, things are going to be pretty slow until we get the boots. We get the boots immediately after this palace. Like Sahasrah basically tells you he wants you to get the green pendant, or the pendant of courage, to prove yourself. So here we are, we're getting the green pendant.
So I have to ask, since I'm the RNG host as well, how much randomizer have you done of this? Because I know this is probably the most popular randomizer. How much have you done it with it? And if you have done a lot with it, what is your experience with it?
I've done a ton of randomizer for this game. In fact, like I played it competitively back in like 2017, 2018. But I don't know. I was always never too good at like the actual randomizer aspect. I always just like kind of tried to like execute as well as I could, and that's why I was like competitive and not like uncompetitive, I guess. But the randomizer is very good for this game. I think that goes without saying for a lot of people. But yeah, I did a lot of randomizer back in like 2017, 2018-ish. Like ton of it, like way too much of it, honestly. Okay, so this room right here, we're gonna damage boost off of a couple things. Off that Popo, that was actually really nice. So ordinarily there's like a button, yeah, see the button like that we did push because we damage boosted. But after you kill the Popos in that room, the like sort of like tentacle looking things, by the way, you'll see those anti-fairies just like kind of disperse, get away from the button. Switch to the bow. Excuse me. Need some extra arrows here. This stream's kind of hard to do optimally because there are a lot of different ways these stealthos can go, but we handled it okay, I guess. Oh, I shot right between them. Whoops. All right. Well, at least it gave us time to get that red. Trippy, I guess. Okay, that was bad. I shot right between them. Whoops, I shot an extra arrow. That's okay. We still have 11 and exiting here, which is pretty okay. All right, so yeah, that was Eastern. That was the Armos Knights, by the way, or the giant Armos Knights, I guess is what they're called. That's pretty alright, except for the extra arrow wasting. Arrows do get pretty, like you do have to be kind of stingy with arrows in this run a little bit, at least at the beginning.
Would you say it is as stingy as Breath of the Wild, though?
I honestly don't know the Breath of the Wild speedrun too well.
Oh, I just meant like period, like if you had played it casually.
I do remember like, yeah, I remember like never having any arrows in Breath of the Wild just because like it was so hard to get them. I do remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, watch this closely right here if I can pull this off. There we go. Okay, so this is called spin speed. This is a minor glitch. Basically done by, all right, so I did something called, essentially it's a form of something called item dashing. Item dashing is when you press A to dash and use another item at the same time. That's a kind of complicated form of item dashing where you have to, whoops, nice push. You have to actually hold your sword out and then let go of your sword, like charge, and press A exactly the frame after. And that puts you in a state where if you walk off of a ladder, I didn't get it there. If you walk off of like a ladder, you will come off that ladder with boot speed, but you can walk in all 8 directions at boot speed. That does save several seconds throughout the run, unless you mess it up like I did there. And try it again here. This saves only a little bit of time if you do it right. That was better. But it is a frame perfect trick, so it is a little bit hard to do consistently. Excuse me. All right, so we've got the Book of Mudora, which is going to let us translate some text on a certain tablet to get into Desert Palace, and also helps us elsewhere as well later on. That was almost right in between. That was really bad. I bonked on purpose there, for the record. That was a purposeful bonk. Just don't ask me why. Just don't ask me what the purpose was. Okay. So, Desert Palace. At least I haven't gotten lost yet.
I mean, that's a good thing. Are you more likely to get lost in Zelda 2 than Zelda 3? I feel like in Zelda 2, everything looks more the same, so I could see that being more of an issue there.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, plus there's also the fact that I've just kind of played this more than Zelda 2, but Zelda 2, especially in palaces like 3 and 4, like there are a lot of places that look the same as other places within the same palace. It can be pretty samey. All right, can I get the chest turn? Yeah, let's go. That saves like nothing, and it's frame perfect, and I somehow got it. That's called a chest turn, by the way. All right, So I don't need rupees. We're good. We actually got a ton of rupees because I messed up that Igor room. Did I say messed up? I mean calculated in a very precise fashion.
Calculated.
Yes. That's what I meant. The boss of this place, by the way, is pretty infamous for being infamous. Land molas are... I've heard land molas called one of the hardest bosses to optimize in speedrunning. And honestly, it checks out. So land molas, you fight them with a bow. If anybody here has fought land molas, you know that fighting them with the bow seems a little bit hard, or maybe might seem hard. It's really just like the bow itself that's hard to use in this game. I think that's what makes it a little harder, but optimally, we're looking for something like a 3-cycle, even though the 2 cycle is the best you can get. I don't know why I'm getting that. Just on the off chance that I thought I might need that, we'll get it. Don't do torches like that, by the way. If you've run this game, don't do torches like that. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, thanks, Igor. Okay, so here we go. Stand right here. Oh boy. Oh, I got that somehow. Okay, could this be a 3? Yeah, that's a 3-cycle. That's actually an early 3-cycle too. I'm thrilled with that. I'm actually thrilled with that. That couldn't have gone much better, actually. 2-cycle is extremely rare. Mm-hmm. But 3-cycle, especially an early 3-cycle, is just super good. I like that. Okay, on to the worst split in the game right now. Tower of Hera. Let's just say Tower of Hera is the reason I get the Saint card. Tower of Hera is ruthless. And Moldorm is Moldorm. You'll see. Alright, so here I'm going to do a glitch called Fake Flippers. Yeah, okay, good. There we go. Okay, so basically, the best way I can describe that is the game takes 2 frames to update your state and say like, hey, Link is in water. He should be drowning right now because he doesn't have the flippers. But if you transition screens before those 2 frames actually finish, you can just keep swimming on the next screen. And again, it's another minor glitch. It only saves like 15 seconds or something. Something like relatively insignificant to the several minutes that you save by doing more major glitches. Like, I think for the most part, a major glitch in this game is defined by just how much of a sequence break it is. Although there is no like distinct definition, it generally tends to lead toward whether or not it skips a large portion of the game versus like how major it actually looks. Excuse me. Another spin speed to get up the mountain. Missing that spin speed can be brutal because the rocks just, you might mess up the spin speed, but the rocks will not fail to pummel you, basically. No, actually, okay. Switch back to the mirror, it's fine. Okay, I didn't get lost. I didn't forget where I was, but I did. There is another point in the game where you do exactly that, and I got it mixed up with that point. Let's see if I can... Here's another form of item dash, if I can pull it off. So it looks really cool, and this Moldorm is being a jerk, but It looks really cool. That saves a little bit of time. We're going to try to do something similar here. We didn't get it there. Oh, okay. So we got here, which actually saved me time. But I can't take a drink break like I wanted to. It's a shame. Oh, well.
Oh, I know what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. We're not losing any time to it. That's the most important thing. All right, this room can be tough. Come over here. Whatever, just wait for him. That's fine. Tough to do fast. A lot of this game is like this speedrun is it's pretty much the mantra of the speedrun. It's very difficult to do fast. Oh god, this bomb jump. Do I remember this? Well, we're gonna find out. That should be good. Okay. Again, like, we took some time to do it, but, you know, we didn't fall, so that's fine. That saves a lot of time compared to going up here and doing what you're supposed to do on this floor to get down there, which is pressing on one of the star switches. I don't know what you call that, like the star panels, and then dropping down. And you have a 2-pixel window to stand for that bomb jump, too. It's fine. Oh boy, I thought he was turning toward me. That would have been awkward. Okay, I'll take that Molder. I'll take that Tower of Hera in general. Like, I will take that and then some.
Like, even by the most experienced speedrunners, I have seen, especially that boss fight, just go sideways very quickly. You did a
It's
great job
brutal.
there. Yeah.
Thank you. It's brutal. It really is. Like, I mean, it might look easy, but like, it is definitely not. No, I thought you were gonna keep going. Please, trolley dead rock. I thought that dead rock was gonna keep going down. All right, so losing health there is not ideal at all. But that's okay. We wanted to keep beams for later on, but ooh, I guess we aren't anymore. All right. Should explain how tree pulls work. So that tree pull gave me a series of 5 rupees each, right? So now that I've killed that, or now that I've pulled that tree for its rupees, whoops, die. Now I can kill 4 enemies without getting hit, and then pull the next tree. Please don't bonk. For red rupees, and we need a total of 110 rupees to open Palace of Darkness to get the Kiki. So that is how we get the majority of our rupees this run, is from tree pulls. But I need to kill 4 enemies without taking damage, and I've already done that, actually. I've already killed the Hoarder, the Buzz Blob, the Bird, and the other Hoarder. So yeah, we're good. Now I got the Master Sword, which is, you know, kind of an iconic item in the Zelda series. Kind of important. And this is where it originated. Link to the Past. Okay. Gonna get some dialogue here and then head back towards the entrance to the forest. Just gotta be a little careful not to get hit by this bird. Should be fine. So now when we pull this tree, we get reds. I did need that. I was 1 short of not needing that. Okay. I'm gonna set up here a little bit farther right than some might, just so I can kill that and not take more damage. Okay, so now this is Aghanim's Tower. It used to be Hyrule Castle. Now it's Aghanim's Tower because, I don't know, he took it over or something. But yeah, in all seriousness, we need the Master Sword to cut through this barrier here. Like that. Aga Tower is pretty cool. It would be cooler if I had beams to use, but I don't. Just whatever. Yo, please. Could have done that a much easier way, but whatever. I'm surprised that worked. I didn't really know what I was doing there, but I'm surprised that worked. Whoa, calm down there. Excuse me, sir. That was rude. Take that heart. That was rude. Really rude, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have to worry about beams at all. Ordinarily, I'd want beams in here because of one room in particular. All right, so check this out, by the way. This is called the key dash right there. So ordinarily, you would actually bonk on that key door. But because I was a multiple of exactly 4 pixels away from the door when I dashed, I just went right through it. That'll work. Oops.
I don't know if I've ever seen the key part of that dash before. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's something to do with, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I can't describe it that well, but I guess it makes sense when you think about it, because, like, a dash is 4 pixels per second speed. So if the game, I don't know, it's like you can only unlock the door, I guess, when you're on specific pixels, and that's why that exists. Flashing lights warning here, by the way. This is the scene I was talking about. Flashing lights. Okay, and that should be the last of flashing lights in this run. Something to do with pixel placement, yeah. But it works if you are a multiple of 4 pixels away from a door, or if you, like, it also works if you nudge something before you hit the door. Okay, everybody's favorite boss fight in Zelda. This is Aghanim. Aghanim can give you... He can give me a blue ball there. There we go. All right, so starting on the second attack, he can start giving you blue balls. Each cycle lasts 5 shots and then a lightning bolt. And shots 2, 3, and 4 of each cycle can be either a blue ball or a normal ball that you can deflect back at them, and every 5th one will just be a lightning like that. So this one's guaranteed to be a normal ball, and then every other one until the lightning bolt's 50-50, but we've already gotten 4 normal balls. All right, we've only gotten 1 blue ball so far, so I think we're guaranteed to get at most 3 blue balls, which is good. But can it be 2? It is 2. 2 blue balls is good luck. 3 is the statistical average, and how most fights actually go is 3 blue balls. So getting less than 3 blue balls is a very good thing. And now we're in the Dark World because we have defeated, sort of, Aghanim for the first time. We'll defeat him again later, but spoilers, I guess.
I like how you say sort of.
Sort of, yeah. All right, so I did mention earlier that we are going to be doing these dungeons slightly out of order, but we are going to be doing Palace of Darkness first. So we're just going to be going straight over there. Spin speed there. Moving diagonally on stairs after doing spin speed is actually faster than going straight off down them. You just move faster, I guess. All right, we have plenty of rupees. We need rupees later, but we have chests in Village of Outcasts to take care of that for us. This pig's giving us bad RNG. Okay, that's fine. Nice Kiki dash. So I actually stopped slightly before the end of my dash there, so that Kiki can actually catch up with me. And because he moves forward so slowly, it's faster to do that than it is to just like keep dashing there. All right, we need that bomb. Okay, so Palace of Darkness is pretty interesting, actually. There are a lot of keys in this dungeon, lots of keys. We make 3 quick trips into the dungeon to get keys and do nothing else, basically. So now we're just gonna go down this way, get this key, come back in, get another key, and then after that, we do a pretty cool trick called hammer jump, where we actually clip through a railing to avoid doing a large maze dark room. Let's do this. All right, so far so good. Okay, so now comes hammer jump. It is double pixel perfect on the Y coordinate. So it's Y pixel perfect to place the bomb and Y pixel perfect to stand in the right place. And then the bomb, ideally, is going to boost us over the hole and right through a very small hole in collision. Whoops. Where the corner of the railing is. All right, so let's see if I can pull this off. Here it is. Pixel high. There we go. Load that wall. We're pixel low. Now we're good. Okay, that should be good. Perfect. So now we can just completely avoid going through this room the correct way. But we do need this key. That's it. We just need 1 key to be able to make it through the second half of this dungeon. Nice dash. I'm just gonna walk. It's actually quite important to have beams here, so that is why... Oh, that's too far left. That's why I got that heart there. It's really nice to have beams. Oh, nice arrow drop. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. And pretty good Palace of Darkness so far. I'll take a, what was that, 2 buffer hammer jump. It was a little bit of hesitation, but you know, I don't care. I don't know why I'm caring about that right now. I haven't played this game in months. I don't know why I'm caring about that.
I mean, it's like that speedrunner's instinct, right? Like, you always want to put your best foot forward, and you know that something kind of looks amiss, so I get that. Yeah.
That's why beams are nice, by the way. Because otherwise you have to equip the boomerang to hit that switch, which is a lot slower than that. Good RNG. Really nice RNG. Turtles behaving, imagine that. All right, so this is a hammer dash, by the way, another form of item dashing. We'll be doing more of that later. Okay, Helmosaur. So I'm going to do something quite crafty here. I'm going to do a spin speed. You might be wondering why. it turns out it actually significantly increases the size of the hammer's hitbox for some stupid reason. I don't know why. But yeah, it makes it so that you can actually hit Helmasaur with not a ton of difficulty, whereas otherwise you would have to do something really specific to hit Helmasaur, which is doable, but not nearly as consistent as that. Yeah, that's Helmasaur.
I blinked and that fight was over. My goodness, and that's a tough fight too.
The boss fights, if they go well, are not slow. They go very fast. Matter of fact, if I can nail it, like one of the most impressive boss strats in this game is actually Zero Cycle Argus. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that later, but Zero Cycle Argus is when you can do something called hook dashing in order to instantly kill every one of Argus's puffs that you pull towards you, and actually have Argus jump up and try to like pummel down on you before he even expands his puffs at you. Like they call that Zero Cycle. It is one of the hardest things to do in this game, or at least in this category. All right, that's Palace of Darkness. Yeah, like the spin speed in Helma on the Helma fight, like makes the hammer feel like it should feel. Like at least like it's in my opinion, that is where the hitbox should be. Instead, it's like half the size normally. Okay, so this is one of the harder overworld sections in the game. We're gonna try to not take any damage on the way to Thieves Town. Wait, what am I doing? Excuse me. Forgot what I was doing there, but we saved it, it's fine. Less talking, more playing. We're gonna make a quick stop here though to get the flute. I like to do something really dumb here on this particular cutscene. You'll see there's a certain sound effect that plays that I really enjoy. Oh, nice. All right, second try dig's not bad. All right, ready? Here it comes. The sound effect is great. Bruh! My apologies. Okay, moving on to Kakariko Village. We're going to access the Dark World portal over there to get to Village of Outcasts. But not before meeting up with a certain Usain Bolt. Here, this is Usain Bolt. He's very fast. That's why we call him Usain Bolt. All right. We get the flute, we free the bird from the statue, and then we head up towards the Dark World. I had to. So this spin speed saves like nothing. Saves like 10 frames. What am I doing? That's fine. It saves time, TM. Okay, so Thieves Town is... I don't know, what can I say about Thieves Town? It is a dungeon.
The boss is a thing if it gets out of hand.
It is, yeah. Blind is a boss. If any of y'all need commentary for this game, I got you. I got you with like the only the best descriptors of everything.
I like
but yeah,
it.
basically, it's like, what do you think of Thieves Town? It's a dungeon. How about Blind? He's tough. He's a boss.
I like it though.
But basically, Thieves Town is very linear past this first part. Oh, I almost bonked there. Very linear past this first part. This first part is like a big sprawling area, and it's quite intimidating. But then you get here, and it's like, oh, well, where do all the sprawling areas go? It is now just a straight passageway, basically. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, Thieves Town exists. So I could have done something frame perfectly there, but I got bad RNG, so I had to bail on it. It worked out. You can actually pause. Not pause. You can actually stop your dash on the very middle pixel of that room and just go up without a problem. All right, that worked. Excuse me, green thing. That's the proper name for that enemy, by the way, green thing.
Again, if next time I have an event and you are familiar or even not familiar with the game, I would have you do my commentary. You kidding me? This is fun.
I don't even know what that thing is actually called. Like, I joke, but I don't know what thing. Like, I just know it as a grasshopper.
See, that's what I like. I wish people made up names for things more often. I find that it's really fun and interesting, you know? Like, yeah, a lot of us know what the actual names are, but like, I don't care about that. I want to know somebody's interpretation of the thing, you know?
Do you know what these lizard enemies are called? These lizard-like enemies?
Are they supposed to be Lizzophos? Because I'm not sure.
No, they're not quite Lizzophos. They actually do have a name. I think they are. I think they're exclusive to this game. Actually, I don't think they appear anywhere else in the franchise, except for maybe Link Between Worlds. They are called Zazex.
That's fancy.
Pronunciation might be ambiguous, but it might be Zazax or something. But all right, so here's Blind. Blind is actually a scripted fight. If you hit him frame perfectly on each like attack here, which is not as hard as I'm making it sound. If you just hold your sword out and just kind of let Blind get hit by your sword. Okay, that's the Blind fight. That was a little bit messy at the end, but that's fine. We're good. See, it was a boss. Like, my initial descriptor was correct. It's a boss. Told you. But yeah, like, Blind can be a very tough boss if you don't do the strat for it. It takes practice to get the strat down, but once you get it down, it's that fight is... I'm not going to say never a problem, because I may or may not know somebody who died to that boss on PB Pace once. It wasn't me, it was somebody else. At least, if anybody asks, that's what you tell them. But yeah, so that fight is significantly easier when it's scripted. All right, so here's the part where we get rupees. We get, I don't know what I said there. We get rupees, 300 from this chest and 300 from another chest east. But before we go get that one, we're going to free the smith here, or rescue the smith rather. So just a little bit of chore work here, I guess. But we're getting the tempered sword. We're getting the tempered sword before Skull Woods because Mothula is significantly easier with tempered sword, which effectively deals double the damage that the Master Sword deals. It's just a lot of entering and re-entering this house. Wait. Forgot a step. Forgot a singular step. There we go. That's it. I forgot to leave the screen first. There we go. Now my sword's ready. Okay, cool. I think I'm still a little bit rusty.
I mean,
We didn't get fence dash.
a little bit, but I mean, again, that's the point of the show. Let me see what your time is, by the way. So counting up, we're almost at about 46 minutes. How do you feel about that?
Pretty okay. Pretty all right. It might be tough to sub 90, but we'll see. Oh, whoops. Especially if I keep doing that. Okay, Skull Woods is a lot harder than Thieves Town because we do take some intentional damage about midway through this dungeon. And that does make it a lot harder. Also, this room is significantly difficult. Don't touch. Oh, I'm a little bit too far. Oh, no, that's bad. Okay, we're fine. Please. Thank you. Ugh. That almost hit me. That was close. Yeah, it's made a lot harder by the fact that, like, almost everything here does 2 hearts of damage to you, including these things. So, really got to be careful. We're going to do a bomb jump here to get this. That'll work. Don't hit me. At least those do 1. These Moldarms only do 1 heart of damage. And we fall in the hole. We fall in the hole to exit instead of mirroring so that we can just walk through this thing. All right, now we're on our way to Mothula, the boss. Mothula is pretty infamous in this game for being just an absolutely terrible boss fight. But there's a reason that this boss fight is terrible. It is because it's actually kind of broken. So Mothula is very difficult only because Mothula is programmed to take 0 damage if you knock it into spikes, which, by the way, the room is surrounded by spikes. What am I doing? Okay. We're going to be doing it like this, I guess. Yeah, we're just going to die. Let's just do that again. I picked the wrong time to talk. I'm going to go with that. I picked the wrong time to talk. I'm going to use the lamp to... whoops. God, get it together. I'm going to use the lamp to hit these torches. Just get out of here. I'm just going to kill these. Alright, and then you have to use the fire rod to hit that one. That's fine. I picked a very bad time to talk about Mothula, let's just say that. Oops. Okay, so yeah, hitting Mothula into spikes makes it take no damage. It makes it take essentially gold sword equivalent damage because of the way damage classes work in this game with the sword. So in order to actually damage Mothula up against the spikes, you need to do what I did right there. I did a little thing here called a poke dash, which makes it take a different amount of damage from my sword and basically changes the damage class. So yeah, in order for me to damage a Mothula while still knocking in the spikes, I have to poke it and not actually swing at it. Because Mothula is not programmed to take any damage from Gold Sword for some reason, even though it is totally possible to fight Mothula with the Gold Sword in this game. But yeah, that fight went pretty well, considering the RNG it gave me. can't say the same about the rest of Skullwoods, but, you know, whatever. And that death wasn't even really that costly either. It could have been a lot worse than that. Whoops. Menus. Menus, what are they? Alright, next up is Ice. Ice Palace. I think we're in line for a quick warp. By the way, there's something I didn't mention. There's something called quick warps in this game. You just saw one there. What is a quick warp? A quick warp is when you save 32 frames by using the mirror on a certain multiple of 4 pixels on the X coordinate. And it's camera based. It's not based on Link's position, it's based on the camera's position. And I'm going to do a strat here on the Quakefish after I get the Quake Medallion. That is actually going to guarantee that I get a quick warp, and you might see what I mean. So I'm going to throw this rock into the circle and then bonk, and that's going to set my camera perfectly up for this quick warp. As long as I don't move left or right, I will guaranteed get a quick warp. And you'll notice, you might notice when I mirror, that the camera, like, it sort of like lets me move a little sooner. It's weird to describe, but basically, like, I am able to do things a lot sooner this way. It saves about 30 or so frames. So half a second every time you do that. I think little things like that can add up. You know, like, obviously this is not like a totally optimized run or anything. In fact, even if I'm not rusty, I'm still not like totally elite at this game. If you watch some of the top runners, like, they are so like fixated on little tiny movement micro optimizations, because they really do add up over the course of an hour and 20 odd minute long run.
I was actually surprised that you picked the estimate that you did 130, because I know 130 is like that first threshold, right? Like, that's the first time as a speedrunner that you're really aiming for, and 130 is tough when you're being rusty, so I was really excited to see this estimate for a rusty run.
I find that I get less rusty at Link to the Past as I do other games, like, upon not playing it for a while, so, like, I figured it was still fair. I thought 130 was going to be tight on Zelda II. But I don't know. I don't know about this one. Okay. All right, welcome to Ice Palace. So Ice Palace is made a lot shorter by a trick that we're going to do that's actually, like, not really a glitch as much as it is an exploit of level design and of just basic mechanics of the game. But we're going to do something called Ice Palace Bomb Jump, or IPBJ, which is going to cut this dungeon literally in half. So this dungeon's all about, like, colored blocks, like this colored block right here. We see a lot of those in this dungeon, and they generally impede you. Whoops. Like, they generally... you have to manipulate them in a certain way and go around the dungeon several times in order to, like, actually have them work the way you want them to work. But with a simple, quote unquote, a simple trick called Ice Palace Bomb Jump, we can bypass pretty much all that. Here it is. If I can manage to get it to work, should be good. There we go, that's it. So, like, just getting past those red pegs right there completely destroys this dungeon. Completely destroys it. Little trick here, see if I can do it. Oh, nope, I cannot do it. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not really sure what went wrong there, but that's fine. All right, Cold Stare is the boss of this dungeon, and it hits very hard. Because you're supposed to have the blue mail in this dungeon. In fact, the item in this dungeon is the blue mail, which is basically like the armor upgrade. Blue mail halves the damage you take from enemies. It's like ordinarily we would take 2 hearts of damage from this boss, but now we take 4. Oh, wow, that thing survived. All right, that's fine. So we took 1 hit. That is fine. I was caught off guard there because I thought I nailed that. Turns out I actually missed one of them somehow. Had to slash him an extra time, but that is fine. I'll take that. I'll take a no-death Cold Stare. I'll take that.
Cold Stare is another one of these bosses, TM. Just one where if it goes very off script, it's very easy to die there.
Yeah. Yeah, that fight is generally pretty... It's not quite like blind scripted, but it's scripted in the sense that if you do the correct things, like the correct precise thing before the eyeballs can start going all over the place, it's a pretty simple fight to corral. Or rather, pretty simple, like, you know... basically, if it doesn't go wrong, it goes well. If you would. Also a boss, yeah. Alright, so that was Ice Palace. Now we're gonna head over towards Swamp. So I did mention earlier that we do the dungeons a little bit out of order here. Swamp is supposed to be the second dungeon I did in the Dark World. According to the game, like you obviously don't have to go by what the game tells you to do, but which is a nice aspect. But yeah, we do Swamp. Essentially, this is our 5th Dark World dungeon out of 7. Despite it having a 2 next to its name on the crystal, it says 2 on it. Alright, I tried for a quick warp there, I missed it. Missed it by, I think, a pixel. Oh, right there, by the way. So I used the mirror to make a block, to make a block disappear. If you use a mirror, if you use your mirror, I should say, in an area where it doesn't actually do anything, and you push a block, that block will disappear when you use the mirror, just completely disappear. I believe that is a Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitch, which, by the way, I am playing on Japanese. This is something I probably should have talked about way at the start of the run. Japanese overall with minor glitches, which are exclusive to the Japanese version, as well as text. I do believe it saves about 1.5 minutes total over English. All right, welcome to Swamp Palace. So Swamp is actually, provided you don't like sequence break the dungeon, Swamp is actually the only dungeon in the game that does not technically require the big key to get to the boss. It requires the hook shot, which in turn requires the big key. Just a little like tidbit for randomizer folks who might be interested in the randomizer for this game. We somehow avoided that flame. But yeah, this dungeon isn't quite structured. This dungeon has a very unique structure to it. Get out of here. Actually, I can dash and do that. All right, that works. So basically you have like the left side of this dungeon, or the west side, whatever you want to call it. You have the west side of this dungeon, which goes to the hook shot, and you have the northern side of the dungeon, which goes to the boss. I was going to get hit by that if I kept dashing.
right, we just crossed the hour mark, so you have around a half an hour left.
Sounds good. Hammer dashing looks really funny. I'm gonna actually do like a nonsensical hammer dash there just to show it off, I guess. That is not something that is done in the speedrun, by the way. You don't need to do that. Okay. Just to show off the hammer dash. Oh yeah, he was still there. I didn't do that room quite properly, but going the way there, I should have killed that thing. Killed that stealth host. All right, there's the hook shot. Or rather, I'm sorry, I got mixed up. The big key is to the west, not the hook shot itself. But you need the hook shot to go here. So I guess the big key does sequentially unlock the northern half of this dungeon. Got bad RNG there with the jelly. Another enemy that I just have no idea what they're actually called. I just call them jellies. I'm gonna grab this bomb. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to nail the zero cycle Argus, but I guess we'll see. Anything can happen. I've already shocked myself a couple of times this run. We'll see if maybe we can make something happen. Okay, well, yeah. That was it. That was zero cycle Argus.
Wow.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how, because Argus came charging at me. I don't know how he didn't hit me. I'm just glad I stuck with that. Like, I don't know how he didn't touch me there, because he would have knocked me right out of it. He would have knocked me right out of that. I like the maiden speech is just this, and then Japanese I can't read.
This.
The best name to have in this game, by the way, is just what in all caps, because every time somebody talks to you, it just looks like they say what amidst a bunch of Japanese text, and it looks really funny if you don't know Japanese.
Yeah, and if you think these cutscenes are long, by the way, try playing the US version of this. Oh my gosh, these cutscenes go on and on and on.
Oh yeah. At least the text goes a little faster in English, I think. Like there's less lag for some reason there's less lag on the text for whatever reason in the English version. And then there's the GBA version, which is like the text flies in the GBA version compared to this. A lot of things are way faster, actually. All right, this is what you call getting dead rocked. These things suck. It wasn't obvious. You can... Okay, that's fine. Hook dashing as well. Again, another form of item dashing helps you climb stairs faster. You can get this ether medallion at any point, but I like to get it after we get hook shot, because you are able to climb these stairs via hook dashing. All right, so grab the ether medallion. There we go. This is going to allow us to enter Misery Mire, which is our next dungeon. I actually don't know if that's quick warp. Whoops. It's fine. So a lot of people who play randomizer are really fixated on like bird toss. You know, this bird that gets frozen when you use ether, you can go ahead and throw it in the water. I like to do that instead. A lot of people really like bird toss. I like bird torch, personally. Ah, I missed it. Still not a bad mire, too. Not a bad one. Grab that key, and then we head on over to the west part of mire. Flame not in my way, nice. But that means I have to kind of delay my movement a little bit there to not get shot by the fireball. Alright, so very much like the mirror trick that I did in Swamp, you can push these blocks and just shoot a fire rod straight through them as they're moving. Basically, when a block is moving, I guess it like doesn't really exist anymore as far as the items that you can use are concerned. So you can just fire the fire rod right through the block when it's moving. All right, so now we grab the big key. So the name of the game in this dungeon, by the way, is Conserving Health. And right now we have full health, which is super good. But the boss of this dungeon takes a lot of health if it hits you. And we actually take a lot of intentional damage on Vitreous, which is the boss. Because it's just the most efficient way to kill it. So the more health I conserve, the better. But here, we have to take some intentional damage as well to hit this. Because we do not have the magic cape or the cane of Burna, so in fact you need the cape to get the cane, I think, so. Oh, whoops, that was a mistake. Give me heart. Okay, or don't. That's fine. Fine, whatever. Alright, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. I think that was leftmost pixel to place that block. Right, oh shoot, whoops. Okay, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Okay, so I tried to do something there called Spooky Action. I completely failed it. So I guess that means I don't really have to explain it. Basically, I was trying to do some really, really wacky stuff there, involving like sprite slots and altitude of items and whatnot. Basically, you should watch a video if you're curious about it. Watch a video on Spooky Action in Link to the Past. It's one of the most bizarre glitches in this game, or in this category, really in this game. Even though it is like a minor-ish glitch. I didn't just do that. Nobody saw that. Here, buffer to bow there. There we go. Okay, 5 hearts is going to be interesting on Vitreous. I need to be very careful. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't. Not even close. So yeah, you could see that I was trying to like go into the slime. So the eyeballs on Vitreous do 4 hearts of damage if they hit you. The slime, if you walk into it, only does 1. So the idea is to walk into the slime to damage boost into the eyeballs to get a big spin attack on a lot of them at the same time. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even remotely close. I totally didn't, I don't know, panic. Totally didn't panic. Totally wasn't screaming inside my head on that one. Nope.
Totally not, no.
Not me. Not me.
This is looking quite good, by the way. You just have Turtle Rock and Ganon's Castle left, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
about 19 minutes left on that. I think you got this. It's looking good.
Yeah, it might be somewhat close if I have a shaky Turtle Rock, and also anything can happen in GT, so. What are you doing? Okay. Anything can happen against Tower. I do need to pick up a bomb in Turtle Rock, though. I do need to pick that up. Just a personal reminder. I need at least 1 bomb at the start of Turtle Rock, and I know I'm fine.
I want to thank you again for having you on, Teach. This has been so much fun, and it's been great seeing you run Zelda 2 and Zelda 3 as a continuation to the Zelda 1 that you had run prior.
It is great to be here. Sky, thank you again for having me on, seriously. I super appreciate the invitation.
And of course, I want to remind y'all to please give Teach a follow. That is twitch.tv/TGH_SR. And again, I just linked that in the chat, so y'all be sure to go do that, all right?
Okay, those dead rocks can be, I mean, we've already seen proof of the fact that dead rocks can be annoying in this run. Can we all agree, by the way, that if I don't actually sub 90 this run, can we blame the dead rocks? Can we blame that one dead rock that blocked me on the way to Ether?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just so that we have that, like, you know, it's totally not going to be because I die in Turtle Rock. Totally not. We blame the dead rocks either way. Okay, entering Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock. I did not forget the ice rod. That is also really nice. Okay. It's better to not hit these jellies if they get in their way, if they get in your way, because if you hit them and they're like trying to electrocute you, you stop in your tracks regardless of what this platform is doing. If I'm really quick, I can do this. Oh, I missed it. Okay. I maybe shouldn't have tried that, but we're good. Yeah, gonna do the damage boost. I will not be taking that today. Shout out to Salfos for letting me by. Double hitting this Pokey, by the way. By the way, yes, that is a Mario enemy. Speaking of Mario enemies, say hi to Chain Chomps. Okay, good. So fun fact about the Chain Chomps, by the time this game was released, I think only this game and Mario 3 were the only games with Chain Chomps in them. So I don't think they were in Super Mario World. So at this point, there were an equal amount of Zelda games and Mario games with Chain Chomps in them. So they were as much a Zelda enemy as they were a Mario enemy. Okay, we're just gonna get turned into a bunny here. That's fine. I want to be a bunny. That's fine. right, there's our big key. That room can be shaky. These pokies and their RNG can be a little bit wacky sometimes. That was close. This room especially is a really good example of that because this room can be super trolly with how these things move. But we take those.
Yeah, it's
Beams are very useful in the second half of Turtle Rock. Very useful. Oh God, do I remember how to do this? Okay, good. I remember one time in a marathon run, I did a marathon run of this game, and I got completely lost in this room, despite the fact that I had practiced for the run. So the fact that I nailed that dark maze on Mercy Kill is just huge. It's not gonna work. All right, that's called laser skip right there. So I guess the game really wants you to have mirror shield by that point, but we don't actually need mirror shield. Whoops, that's the map. It's just not a Link to the Past run for me unless I press the map at least once accidentally. It's just not possible for me to not do that. Okay, here's try next. So we hit the fire head with the ice rod and the ice head with the fire rod. And you want to make sure to switch over to fire rod before that thing starts exploding because you cannot menu while it's exploding. For whatever reason, the menu just won't open. And the final phase, Trinax just kind of comes at you, breaks out of his shell a little bit, and we just do a double spin slash and he's dead.
Well done.
I did not foresee myself finishing Turtle Rock with full health today. So look, we take these victories any way we can get them, okay? Like, I did not expect any of this. Also a boss, yes. Also a boss. All right, Ganon's Tower. Ganon's Tower. We're gonna need to have a fairly decent Ganon's Tower and also a clean Ganon fight to sub 90 this.
It is possible, though.
It's very possible. In fact, like if I play anything like I have been, it should be right there.
What is your PB? There was a question from the audience here for an MMG.
My PB, I think, is 124.44, if I remember correctly. If I'm not correct, then it's definitely on SRC, and that has the correct time. All right, Ganon's Tower. Let's go. So the first half of the tower is going to get the big key. And the second half is just a gauntlet. Nice. I think hookshot is actually faster there than the sword, but whatever, that's fine. inconsequential. All intents and purposes today. All right. So in Ganon's Tower, as has become kind of a theme in the Zelda franchise, we do refight some bosses. In fact, we refight all of the Light World bosses. That dash right there has a 2-pixel window. Glad we pulled that off. All right, I'm gonna try this strat here to get these arrows early. We got it. Nice. Okay, so yeah, we can either get those arrows or arrows in the next room. It's a little quicker to get those. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So here's the Armos Knights again, but this time it's on ice. Something musical production. On ice. But yeah, we fight Landmola later. They each have a little bit of a twist to them. And if we're lucky, we're gonna see a pretty weird twist on Moldworm. Oh, whoops. Okay, that somehow worked. Flawless. Yeah, well, I think I'm definitely gonna try and hover Moldworm too. See if we can pull it off. So hovering in this game, you can actually hover over pits in this game using the Pegasus boots, provided you can mash your controller in a way that only lets go of the A button for a single frame every time you press the A button. Okay. Oh, what amazing RNG. Can we get that every time, please? That was trolling. Ugh. Come down. That somehow hit. Okay, I think it like we got like splash damage from the BMOS there. That was so weird. That Landmola went very astray. That's fine. Actually saves me a bit of magic. We're still gonna pick this up. This room's pretty cool looking. Whoops. Unless you missed the menu. There we go. Just take care of them all like that. Grab the extra heart. Nice. Couple of rooms here. Utilize the cane quite well, actually. Oh, that missed somehow. Okay. That's unfortunate. Didn't get trolled. Nice. Oh, I barely don't have enough magic. Nice. All right, we need this magic. All right, kind of a tight window here to hit this lower right torch underneath. Nope, I missed it. Underneath that spark. That's fine. Pick up that bomb just in case. Just in case I mess this room up. Wow. Yep, I did mess it up. How about that? Nice. This is fine. Okay, so let's see if I can pull this off. This is Moldworm 2. Ordinarily, you just hit him and then a chest appears and you can hook shot over. But we're gonna see if I can hover. Let's try this. Oh, okay. All right, we'll try that one more time. On the spikes. I'll try that one more time. Moldworm, please. Okay, that was not my fault.
that was
Moldorm,
bad
please.
RNG.
Moldorm just aggroed the hell out of me there. There we go.
Hey, good job. Under 5 minutes to go, though. Almost 4.
Okay, we should be good because Aghanim's not going to take 2 minutes. And Ganon should take less than 2 if we do it right. If we do it right, we might not do it right, but still.
A little bit of flashing here during this fight.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, so Aghanim, this fight is like Aghanim 1, except there are 3 of them. Except only 1 is the real one. This is considered one of the hardest fights in the game. Oh, I missed that. I knocked him against the wall. Whatever, I'll take it. Okay. That is fine. Yeah, we should be able to knock this out. If we don't die to Ganon, we should be good. And I have 8 hearts. So unless I walk into Ganon, maybe I shouldn't say stuff like that, but still, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm better off just keeping my mouth shut. All right, here we go. So you might notice we don't have silver arrows. We don't actually need silver arrows. Okay, nice double spin there. Ooh, that was close. All right, a little close for comfort there. Little close for comfort, but yeah, that's a 1 cycle phase 1. That's what we want. 1 more. 2 warps. 3 warps. These are each 50-50. He can just warp whenever he wants to. That's 3 warps so far. 4 warps. 5 warps. Not the worst I've ever seen. Straight down. Okay, torch glitch is important. So that's going to keep both torches. Excuse me. That's going to keep the bottom right torch lit infinitely, which makes this fight a lot more simple. And now it just takes 12 spins. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, missed that one. 10, 11. All right, we got 1 more. Oh, whoops. Okay, 12. All right, so that is essentially the run, unless I walk off the cliff.
Yeah, dude. You're making me nervous with where you're standing. Yeah.
Let's not do that. Just make sure that bridge appears, and we're good. Time. That is time right there.
That is 1:29. Given, I think it's like between 13 and 15. Hang on. I'm going to wait till it stops here on my 20. 1:29:20. There you go.
Okay, it's below 90 minutes, though. Whatever the time is. I am extremely happy with both those runs, with how both those runs went.
You should be. That's
extremely
happy. All 3 Zeldas have been done within the timer. I'm very proud of you. That's awesome.
We are not getting scythed today. Not getting scythed. I got scythed hard last time I was on the show with Zelda 1, so like it's nice to get redemption, I suppose.
Yeah, Zelda 1 though is kind of like its own thing, right? Like these other 2, I feel like you had a little bit more experience at the time versus Zelda 1, although I have seen you do Zelda 1. Zelda 1's been great for you.
I will say that of the trilogy, I think Zelda 1 is my weakest game, like as a speedrun. Like I have so much respect for anybody who can play Zelda 1 worth a damn, honestly. Like it's so fun to watch people play Zelda 1. But like I cannot understate how good the top runners of Zelda 1 are.
Well, Maybe we can
Like-
have you come back at some point and give Zelda 1 another try. I'd forgotten about that. I think you were level 9.
Maybe. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for having me on, Sky. Seriously, it's like I said, like I really love the premise of the show because it really like it showcases like the more casual side of speedrunning. Like it you know, it sort of says to people like it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to you know, it's okay to like to not be. You know, so sometimes speedrunners need reminding. Sometimes it's okay to not try to be perfect, which sometimes, and I think that is what helps me. Like when I go on break from speedruns, that's what helps me like sort of re-gear. And I think that's part of the reason why I played so decently compared to what I was thinking I was going to do, was because like I had time to like kind of refresh, you know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, thank you to you and to the show for being kind of like a good demonstration of that.
Do you have any last minute shout outs?
Shout outs to Amber, my partner, who's up next on Never Before Seen, as well as Mendez, who is running Soul Blazer Randomizer right after the show. So yeah, stay tuned. Never Before Seen is next. Shout outs to the Link to the Past community as well, and as well as like all the Zelda community, especially 2D Zelda communities, for being awesome, welcoming, and for just being cool and dedicated. And y'all are awesome. Thanks for having me, everyone.
And thank you for being here, Teach. It's always fun to have you on here, and I appreciate you showcasing just 2 awesome games. And again, I think the message here is great. You don't have to be perfect at your runs, you know, you just do your best, and not every run can stay sharp and practiced. And just because it's rusty doesn't mean it can't be good. And this was very enjoyable today, so thank you. All right, folks, as said, we do have Never Before Seen coming up next. Really quickly, though, AGDQ 2023 Online will be January 8th through the 15th. Game submissions are open until tonight, September 21st, and event volunteer applications are open until Saturday, September 24th. Head over to GamesDoneQuick.com for more information. And now coming up next is Never Before Seen. Take it away, Amber.